great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys have won 2 straight since dropping the opener a few weeks back. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 9th-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a first down. A gain of 13 yards.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
First down, Chicago.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
At the 41.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He does it.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. The slot man in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Will try and do this himself. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Hands it off out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. And a man, and he hits him in stride. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 7.
They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And on now is the punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
It's a pickup of 3.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 83 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
That's a gain of 6.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
That's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 12.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Number 82. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Number 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And strong run there as he's inside the 10 and down the 8-yard line. Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with him on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They picked up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. He'll look to throw. That is caught. Down to the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll drop the throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
This 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys have taken the lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st down, Chicago.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Back to throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's another 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st down, Chicago.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out and right up the middle.
2nd and 5. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. It's accelerating, and off he goes. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 39-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They're going to look to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete to number 86.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this one is incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will do it for this 1st half.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the 2nd half.
Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 9 yards.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. That's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
3rd and 1.
They'll try and sneak it here. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down.
Well, that wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded just inside the 20. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Completes it. Down the left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
He'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
He'll drop to throw. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Visitors 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chicago offense set to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. Call it a gain of a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part. He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during this series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Pass interference. Offense.
So take away the touchdown. It's kind of been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
They'll set up to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
And it's third down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
3-yard pickup.
And it'll be second down.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Now he'll try to run with this.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit for defense. They made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of a yard.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. So they bring out their punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll look to set up his blockers. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 30.
He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Looking left side, and it's complete.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
A gain of 14.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Visitors 22.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Chicago offense set to get started. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now?
Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Pulled in at the 24. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Shoves him aside. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock, but I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big game.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
3 and out.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
At the 9-yard line.
Back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
The quarterback on the screen.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Pick up of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. What a play. Maybe a game-saving play on the knockdown there.
That was beautiful, wasn't it? If you're looking at it from the defense's perspective, they looked like they had a shot at it, maybe a completion. Ball gets knocked away. Can they rise up and do it again?
And it's caught. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
That's caught. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game. huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job one was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And he's got his man in stride, complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
To the sideline and incomplete.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated, probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for Chicago, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.